Okay, so this video is going to be on powers and exponents. So we're starting out with a couple of definitions. First one is power, and a power is just when you write a repeating product in a shorter way using a base and exponent. So obviously the question then would be, well, what are bases and exponents? Well, when you're doing this and you're writing this repeating product, the base is the number that's being multiplied together in a power. And the exponent, that tells you how many of the base to multiply. So I have an example for you down here, which is 4 raised to the 6th power, which is how we would read this. The 4 then is the base, that's the number that's going to be multiplied, and the 6 is the exponent, which means you're going to have 6 4's multiplied together. So in other words, 4 to the 6th is equal to 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. So if you wanted to evaluate this expression, you would actually multiply all those 4's together, and that's how you would come up with your answer. So that's what powers, base, and exponents are. We do have a couple of special ones. The 3rd power, we call that cubed. Anything raised to the 3rd power is cubed. So I could say 5 to the 3rd power here, or I can just say 5 cubed. Either way, though, both of those mean 5 times 5 times 5. Okay? The 2nd power is 4 squared. Okay? There should be an A in there, not 2 U's. So that's squared. So anytime you hear somebody say a number squared, that means there are 2 of them being multiplied. In other words, 7 squared is 7 times 7. And that's it. If you were going to evaluate that, then obviously it would be 49. So those are 2 special ones. So now some of the things we would be expected to do, we may have to evaluate these. Remember, evaluate actually means to find the answer. So if it says evaluate 4 to the 4th power, okay, I'll write 4 to the 4th power first. It's going to look like that, a base of 4, an exponent of 4. And I know that that is equal to 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. And since it says evaluate, I know I need to multiply all of those together. So you could go ahead and do this on your own, and then pause this and check back and see if you got the right answer. The right answer should be 256. Okay? I know that because 4 times 4 is 16, so that's going to give me 16, and that's going to give me 16, and 16 times 16 is 256. Okay, another type of problem we might see is where it says write the product as a power. Now this is actually really easy. They want us to write the power, so all we have to do is figure out what the base is and what the exponent is. Well, this is pretty easy. When I see all these 6's multiplied, I know that's my base. Then to get my exponents, I just have to figure out how many are being multiplied, so I just count them up. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So the power, or the exponent, is going to be 5. So 6 to the 5th power. And then I might be able to evaluate some expressions with exponents in them. I'm going to follow my order of operations. And so I know what's in parentheses comes first. So I'll do 9 minus 7 and get 2 to the 5th power minus 24. And I know that 2 to the 5th power, if I multiply it out, 2 by 2 is 4. Times the 3rd 2 is 8. Times the 4th 2 is 16, times the 5th 2 is 32, minus 24, and that's going to give me 8. So my final answer for that one would just be 8 if I follow my order of operations correctly. And that's all you need to know about exponents, powers, bases. That's it.